And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for James. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I'll tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want it.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Cavaliers lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got Iguodala. Maurice Spates out there with Festus Ezeli. And there's Livingston. And it's Barbosa in at the 2-guard.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Pushing it up. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. And an just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Barnes, who's checked in for Andre Iguodala. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Barnes passes to Barbosa. Back to Barnes. And the rejection by James. And they're able to recover. And that one falls for Ezeli.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong physically, good frame. He's low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's LeBron, and he dunks it down.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
Here's Barnes. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow. You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He could be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Love checked in for the Cavaliers. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. Now the Warriors moving it up, and it's blocked. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Fry at the elbow. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And that one's good. Shumpert.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
But they get it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Poked away. And it's the Warriors on the break. And the dunk by Barnes.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Here's Dellavedova. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Out to Smith. Here's Dellavedova. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Fires the three. And it's Smith missing.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
And Fry kicks to Smith. 4 on the clock. Wide open. Fry, good. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
It's taken away by Smith. Ahead. Dellavedova, that's good. Dellavedova's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And it's Shumpert penetrating.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Barnes. Spates kicks to Ezeli. Now the pass to Barnes. From deep three-point range.
There's another opportunity. Everything's going right for these guys.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're up by 10. 1:14 left in the fourth. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Jones, no one around him. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Pass to McRae. Back to Irving. Stolen by Thompson. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. Here's Curry with the three. It's rebounded by McRae.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
So it's the Cavaliers now. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's slammed in by Jones.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
On the wing, Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. DeMar DeRozan had a breakout year in 2014, but took a little step back last season, was banged up a little bit. Kenny, how does he turn it around?
Well, he just needs to stop settling for jump shots. Even when you're hurt, a lot of times you're reluctant to get to the rim. But more in the second half, I think, in this season, he just needs to get to the rim, get to the basket. That will change the whole mindset of the whole team.
I agree, Kenny. He's best when he's attacking the rim, and he needs to do more of it. You know, he needs to understand that he's known for being an incredible slasher and an incredible runner of the floor. He needs to get back to that. Forget those jumpers. Live by the jump shot, die by the jump shot.
Just about time to tip this thing off. Let's get it out to Kevin Harlan.
What a setting, a nighttime view of vibrant Miami's downtown. It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
Boys, nice and hot.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3 slot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. The fader. Bounces high off the rim and drops. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
Heat on D. Carroll kicks to Lowry. Outside DeRozan. The dish to Patterson. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Here's Patterson. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious. And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
Now here's Bosch. Bosch heads the pick for Wade. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Dragic with a wide open look. Miami no good on that time either.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Carroll, no one around him. And Patterson kicks to Valanciunas. Goes back up. Off the left rim and out. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Bosch. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosch last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosch. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now here is Lowry. Powell, that's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Dragic. Richardson with it. Johnson the screen. Bosch sets the pick for Dragic. Clock at 4. The Heat need to get a shot off. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Here's Joseph. Outside Lowry. With 1 on the clock. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Toronto ahead, up by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounding. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
Here's Joseph.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Whiteside is out there with Johnson. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat trail by 3. Dang with it. Picked up by Joseph. Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Johnson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Miami. And the Raptors did play the other East teams well. Went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams, too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
No good from Dragic.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Dang dishes to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wade kicks to Johnson. Feeds it to Dragic. Right side a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Wade, and the jumper falls for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Josh McRoberts is checked in for Joe Johnson. The Raptors also with a sub. Terrence Ross is checked in for Powell. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. DeRozan passes to Joseph. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Miami trailer. Outside Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Down low. And the jam by Whiteside.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Valanciunas, good.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And the Heat with some changes. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. The Raptors also changing it up. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph.